So in my scenes inbuilt, I have all the start, main, and end screen. Put it in. This is the start screen for the game with a game progress and start game JS scripts, just so when you hit the start button it loads the main, which is the actual game. So as you see, when you just hit the play, I have a timer put it in, manage game progress, which starts the time as soon as you hit start. So this is how the game looks. The start screen is covered in blue, but as soon as you move it comes up normally. And as you see, I wasn't able to connect the caves, and this is just pre-made caves, so I can show how the game works. I have the follower just following as an animator, just follow, and I had a attack script, put it to attack as soon as it gets close to the key, but it would just mess up because the distance would focus on the player instead of the key, and follow would not follow the key, it would just attack player instead of the key. So I deleted that for now. I messed with the scripts a bit in the FSM scripts. I changed them a bit to focus on the player with just a tag and then key, but it still wouldn't work. And this is the start area with the follower following the player, and you control player ball by using a W, A, S, and D. And the way it works is has a target with drive, and then the player is scripted to target the target which you control, and this little red dot is transform you to a middle of the map, and it just spawns you again, and you can control it and go up all the way to the end of the cave where is the black dot, and the black dot just resets the level where you start in this little square over here. So if you touch it again, level gets resetted, new map generated, and you go again. I had a key script to spawn in the middle with a 50% chance, so far we didn't manage, and key script is just attached as if the follower touches it as a 2D box collider, it sends the key +1 to manager, and then it just adds up until it's free, and then the end scene is loaded, the time is displayed for how long have you played, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna speed this up until I hit all 3 keys so you can see how the end scene is loaded. So here is the key, it's a little diamond shape, and as the player goes through, nothing is done, but when the follower touches it disappears and the key is added to the game manager, and when it reaches free it loads the end screen. So this is the final key we have to collect, and as soon as the follower touches it the end screen will load, and here we are. It's just a simple messages and displaying your time, which was 227 seconds. So this is the cell auto script. It's just I wasn't able to connect the keys or make them better, because as soon as I change the grid or even get grid or active path, it would just crash the whole all-star path grid, and we have to redo it and redo it again and again every time a simple crash happened. But I managed to change the starting square, which is the small one, by using a for loop. Just change it to position of the square to 0, and then the big path cave, which was used to travel to 0 as well. And here I instantiate the follower, target, and player, also the end object, which loads the new game, and the red circle. I tried a lot of scripts just to creating the caves, and I watched the tutorial with connecting runs, and I just couldn't get it done. It's crashed so many times. I had like 4 different games that I just stopped putting in and started using the one over and over again every time it crashed, but I couldn't get it to work. So I decided just to stick to the other ones. I managed to get most of them done. There's still a couple of problems with the target, which the player follows. It goes through the wall, but the follow works pretty well. And so depending on when the player was close to the target, it was switched to the start firing, which player would equal to key, and then get player would return key instead of a player, which then means the key would be the new target of the follower. And when it stopped firing, because it destroyed the key, it will go back to changing it for a player, which will then go back to following the player. But I didn't ended up using it because it would go straight into attack, and then reset it a couple of times, but it still wouldn't focus the key even if it gets really close to it. So I just decided to stick with the follow, simple chase. And this is the tank AI. I changed a couple of them, but ended up working. In my key script, just simply looks for a collision with an attack follower, and then it updates the key number and manage game progress by 1, and then destroys the keys. The red point simply on collision destroys the game object find with a clone, because they're created as a clone, and then instantiate them at a new position. And manage game progress simply contains the timer, add key number, end time, and also spawn keys as a 50 chance to spawn a key. If I would understand how to use the cell auto, I would just change it to randomly choose a ground 0 and then spawn at the random location, but I just set it for a fixed location at the middle of the cave. And here just simply the time uses the time the delta counts every second, and if a key number is equal to 3, the end time is changed to the current timer, it added up, application loads end screen, and the key number is changed to 4, so this wouldn't keep loading. And